Alex, just being removed now from it from a little bit, being able to go back and watch film. What are some of the biggest takeaways for you guys as a group from that game last night?
Yeah, I think just doubling down on the stuff that we think has been good for us through the first couple of games. A lot of questions game by game just about what's happening and what's going on. But like I feel like the stuff that we've prepared with has been good, and we've led for a large majority of all the games. So I don't think there's anything that we're gonna just like have an epiphany on. It's like this is the game changer. It's just about being great at the stuff that we've talked about doing. And I think we're heading in the right direction in that. Like obviously, a couple shots going in will help, but you don't want to leave it up to chance of the ball going in. So just doubling down on being great spacing, playing with pace, taking care of the paint, making it hard on their main guys.
Is there concern about frustration setting in?
No, I don't think so. It's the playoffs. Nobody just wins 16 games and gets to hold the trophy. Even the best teams ever, lost one or two along the way. So, no concerns over frustration, playing a factor just because you don't have time for it. If you carry frustration over into the next game, you've probably already lost. So, today's just about wiping that slate clean. Obviously, we talked about doubling down on the stuff that I think we know works. Um, and you have to be optimistic. You have to be, arrogantly optimistic if you want a chance to win a championship. Just because if you don't have that belief, then you probably won't get there.
Alex, I believe you guys do a series on plus 41 in regulation, and by most people now, this is probably your series to this point in his career. To have so many things go right and still have the series be decided in like a handful of possessions, like, how difficult is that to sit with, and how is it sort of giving you guys perspective of the margin of error on the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, anytime you play great players, great teams, it's going to be fine margins. Obviously, we talk about not letting frustration, creep into the next game, but those are human emotions. You feel that after the game. You sit there and think about, what one play here, one play there, what could have been different to where you win by one. Every every player on a losing team goes through their plays in that game and thinks about it. But being a pro is getting to the next one. And if you can't move on and get to the next one, you don't have any chance. So I think for us, it's just like I said multiple times already. It's like the stuff we're doing is working. Jokic is having a tough time. Credit to our bigs. Those three guys are making it really hard on him because that's not an easy task to do. Lou and Kaysen are doing a phenomenal job with Murray too. And at the end of the day, you just got to find ways to win. A lot of times in sports, it doesn't come down to the numbers games. Like you see all these anomalies of teams that win with random statistics. It's like it's sports. You got to go out there and win the game. And a lot of times that comes down to just like really, really wanting it and having a belief and a faith that you're going to do it. And I think that this team has that.
Shea, if your idea was to get Shea, probably like in the fourth quarter, like what sort of made it so difficult to get him favorable switches?
I thought he had a pretty good couple of possessions for us late in the game, just playing off of Shea. Played downhill, got fouled on one of them. Another one he got to a nice cutback midi that he's kind of good at. I don't know if there's too much direct struggle for him that was on them, where it was more on the other guys to set harder screens, hold the screens a little longer, space earlier, move a little earlier, just to create those windows for them to get into. So I thought they did a pretty good job of attacking the gaps that they had and being aggressive. Obviously, I think the guys around them can probably do a better job of creating a little more space for them.
Alex, these couple of losses obviously were down the wire type of games. That's a team that's got the core from the championship. How much does experience and facts in those late game situations?
Yeah, I mean, I guess you credit a little bit to that, but I think for the most part this year, you know, we obviously haven't done it to the finals and won a championship like they have, but we've had close games this year on the road against great teams that we've won and we've we've executed against. We did it here in Denver early in the season. Obviously, it's a long time ago, but I think it just comes down to us just having a championship level of focus. And I've said this multiple times. Like, I was excited to play Denver because I knew that they were going to bring greatness out of us. Like, we weren't. Like, it's no disrespect to Memphis, but like, we were going to win that series, especially once Ja went out, just based off of talent level. But Denver is a smart team, an experienced team, like you said. Like, I know that this is the challenge that's going to push us to be great, and I think we're seeing that. And I think I'm a firm believer that we're going to get over that hump and find ways to win those. And we got another one tomorrow to try and do it.
Alex, does losing Game 3 sting more, considering just the way that overtime played out, or is it more like a momentum thing where you don't want to put yourself in that situation again late in the fourth quarter?
Me personally, one hurt a lot more than three, but like I said, we got to keep moving on and can get to the next one. Fine margins. We talked about that. Fine margins. I can't remember the play before they hit the transition three, but it was clustered in the paint. They got a rebound. We don't match in transition. They get a corner three. And, one of the keys for them is keeping them out of transition, and we know that. So what I've said is, there's nothing magical. There's no special formula for what to do. Like, we know the answers to the test. It's just by going out there and putting them on the paper.
Anyone else? Thank you.
Thanks,
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Alex.